Every city has a mission, which is to raise and nurture the people that live there one generation after another. Guangzhou City, a national cultural city with a history of more than 2,000 years old, also known as the City of Song Dynasty, is located in southern Jiangxi Province, in the middle reaches of the Yangtze River of the People's Republic of China, and hugged by the Jiang River and Gong River, like two giant arms from the east and west. After converging in the northwest, the two rivers merged into one as Gan River, which continues to run through Jiangxi Province from south to north to finally join the Yangtze River. Water is like the blood of a city. It nourishes all lives when it is docile, whereas it can inundate the city when it becomes violent. Surrounded by mountains and rivers, Guangzhou City boasts beautiful scenery. However, it also suffers from frequent and severe floods. In history, Guangzhou City had been forced to move and resettle 3 times due to severe floods. In AD 1071, Liu Yi, a well-known water conservation specialist in the Northern Song Dynasty, was designated as the city governor in Guangzhou. Witnessing its people suffering from severe floods and waterlogging, Liu Yi was determined to regulate the water. After careful field surveys and comprehensive planning, Liu Yi adopted partition drainage principle and constructed 2 main drainage channels based on the street layouts and topographic features. The overall system is named Fushougou because the shape of the 2 main channels resembles 2 ancient Chinese characters. One is Fu, meaning good fortune, and the other is Shou, meaning longevity. Thanks to these channels, Guangzhou City completely said goodbye to waterlogging. The Fushougou drainage system is ingenious in design and manifests the Chinese philosophy of Taoism in respecting and following the nature. Its main structures include open channels, culverts, ponds, and water windows. These parts work together and cooperate with the 8 kilometers long city wall seamlessly, forming an integrated flood management and drainage system, which features the comprehensive approach in water collection, storage, and drainage. Collection. Liu Yi expanded the open channels and culverts all over the city's streets and alleys, which greatly increased the amount of rainwater collected. Because the elevation of the southwest part of the city is high and the northeast part is low, stormwater flows downwards along the terrain naturally, gets quickly drained in the system, and then discharged into the river, with the city protected from waterlogging.
福寿沟是一项集江和坑塘一起的综合水利工程，它处处闪烁着古人道法自然的聪明才智。它最大的特点就是巧借外力，因势利导，采用自然分流的办法解决城市的防洪排涝。
Storage. The Fu and Shou channels are connected to each other and to over 100 ponds, large and small, in the city. It greatly increases the city's stormwater storage capacity, which is especially important when there is continuous heavy rain. In addition, people raise fish in the ponds and grow vegetables in the accumulated mud, which forms a virtuous ecological cycle. Ponds also play a role in regulating temperature, improving the climate, and beautifying the living environment in the urban ecosystem. Drainage. Liu Yi upgraded the culverts to a width of about 90 centimeters and a height of 180 centimeters in the form of a brick arch structure. The size of the culvert changes with the topography to enable the water flow naturally into the river. The innovative design not only enhances the flow speed, prevents sedimentation, but also reduces the construction cost. In addition, to prevent the river water from flowing backwards into the city during flood season, 12 one-way water windows were constructed in the city wall along the river. The design of water window fully utilizes the principles of water pressure and hydrodynamics. The culverts near the water windows become narrow suddenly. This feature increases the speed of the water flow rapidly so that the windows can be rushed open when the river's water level is lower than the city's water level. That is to say, during the flood season, the windows will be pressured to close by the water from the river. As a result, the river water cannot flow backwards into the city.
源于刘仪对工艺、设计和选材的严格要求，全长12.6公里的福寿沟，经过近千年的漫长历史，至今仍还在使用。这个也堪称世界城市建设史上的奇迹。
Over the years, many cities have suffered from severe waterlogging and flood due to heavy rain. But Ganzhou has remained safe and sound despite the continuous heavy rain. The once flooded land has become an enviable floating city. The Fushougou drainage system, operational for almost 1,000 years, contributed immeasurably to this great achievement.
这干就下再大雨都不怕，老长久都不会硬掉的。
福修沟修得蛮好，沿岸就是美丽又咸厚，要感谢我们的老祖宗。
福寿沟工程是中国古代海绵城市的范本，也是世界城市建设的典范。它所留下的实物遗存和历史信息，不仅是研究中国古代城市建设的实证资料，对当下世界各地海绵城市的建设也有着重要的参考价值和指导意义，可谓功在千秋。
The Fushougou drainage system, an immortal city conscience project of about 1,000 years old, which is continuing benefiting people today, is truly a masterpiece by the ancient Chinese for the world's human ingenuity.